Hey Taurus, Starseed, Lightworker, Twin Flame and Soulmates. I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's collective tarot love reading. Now we're just going to dive straight in there and we're going to see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. And so we're going to go into what is happening at this point in time. And so we're going to go into the now. Alright. So you were coming in with the Emperor and you were coming in with the Moon card. Now before I bust a move, I'd just like to say I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Interested? Details are in the description box below. So let's do this. Taurus, this is a big reading. It's big, it's huge. Right. So what I mean by that is that I have to mention some relevant significators here. Things that are meaningful, things that connect back to you and your person. And what's going on in your private life, your personal life here, and what could also be going on in your everyday life and the people that you mix and mingle with here. And all of this does connect back to its happiness and love here. Bear with me because this may go about in a roundabout way. So, you come in with the Emperor and you were also coming in with the Moon card. These two cards here, Taurus, they actually talk about, they're relevant here to both you and your person. And what's going on now, what you're doing now, and what you're hoping to achieve. So I want to come in with your person. And in order to do that here, I'm going to come in with the Emperor first. So when you're coming in with the Emperor card is actually associated to both Aries and Aquarius. And I'll talk about the relevance here. Now, coming in with the Moon card, in the last couple of days we have had a new moon. And this is significant here because it signified a new cycle for everyone on planet Earth, to be quite honest here. Now what it also talks about here in terms of Aquarius here, and this has to do with you, Taurus, is that Aquarius talks about the Aquarius age, the rise of the Phoenix. And so it talks about there's huge changes happening here. But these changes you have to be realistic about. You have to actually not only plant the seed, positive seeds, but you actually have to grow these seeds. You have to actually invest. You need to nurture. And I will deep dive into that further. So bear with me here. Now, in terms of Aries coming in, I want to go into your person. Now, in Aries star sign at this time is Chiron, the wounded healer. Chiron is known as a comet. Now, in terms of the wounded healer here, I need to go back to the Moon card to deep dive so that you can connect the dots. So, I spoke about the new moon. Now, to explain Chiron, I want to go back to the past cycle because the new moon signified a new cycle. It signified a new cycle, all right? Now, in terms of the past cycle here, for your person, yeah, of course, yourself here, Taurus, it talks about for your person, is that they have learned some really tough lessons. Tough, where they have struggled, where they have struggled to fit in, to belong, to be accepted. Now, that connects back to Chiron here. I spoke about Chiron being the wounded healer. Because of what your person has learned here, and in the past cycle there's a awkwardness here for your person, and that awkwardness comes in as an emotion, and I think it's an emotion here, feeling of rejection. And because they learned about that, this is what it talks about. Because they learned about that, like I said, acceptance, belonging, here, fitting in. When they build relationships, you're coming in with the Emperor, when they build relationships here, the seeds that your person plants here is about how they can, I want to say, support and guide others to fit in, to belong. So your person goes out of their way to help other people here. With Chiron, the comet, the wounded healer, Chiron can be seen as a teacher here. But in order to be a teacher, you also have to experience it here. And which is why I spoke about in the past cycle what your person has learned here in terms of fitting in, being accepted here. That all comes in as the fear of rejection. Of course, yourself here, Taurus. Now, what it also talks about there is that for your person, it can also be seen as people pleasing, being seen a certain way. Yeah, of course, for your person, it has always been about, so how can I help this person? Okay, this person needs me to so that they can fit in, so that they are accepted. But what it also talks about there, it's what they do also helps them to feel accepted here, in terms of how that other person sees them as being helpful here. It's coming in that way, but what it also talks about here is that it has become a pattern and habit for your person here. Because this awkwardness that they have in terms of rejection, in terms of fitting in here, has never gone here. Only because they look outside of themselves here, yeah, to be accepted, to belong. When in actual fact, what it talks about there is that your person avoids, is that the best word? They haven't worked on themselves. So what it also talks about here in terms of the moon card here, you're coming in with your person. There's two sides to your person, like most people. So when your person steps out of their home, they're a active kind of person. You're coming in with the Emperor. They have magnetism. They're charismatic here, and that's how they come across to people here. But in their home, they're a totally different person. They relax, they're comfortable. You're coming in with creature comforts here, where this person, because coming in with the moon card, Aries planet Mars is actually in Cancer, and it is going in retrograde. And what it talks about there is that it's not as effective. It's not as effective here as it was in the past. So this awkwardness and this rejection that your person is going through, it's not going, no matter what your person does to make other people feel comfortable or other people to feel like they belong. It doesn't help your person. Now, what it also talks about here in your reading, Taurus, for your person, in their home is their sanctum. Their home is their place where they want to relax. But what I'm also picking up here is that within your person's home, they are actually in hermit mode. See, I get here, Taurus, is that even within your person's own home here, they're comfortable, their private life here, they feel the awkwardness of rejection. I get your person, when they get home, they just close off. They close off to everybody here because their communication skills, their behaviour, their actions and their emotions here isn't working as well as it worked in the past. So there is definitely some kind of imbalance there. Because what it also talks about here in your reading, Taurus, is that your person still can't communicate their true wants and needs correctly. So out of fear of rejection, and this rejection is coming from friends and family. This rejection is coming from their community here, their social clique. So most definitely your person could be feeling misunderstood. Now, what it also talks about here is that for your person, material resources is your person's social status. So they have to have things to be accepted. Most people, it can be seen as something quite common here. Their self-worth comes down and their confidence actually comes down to their money, their status, and how that is seen. You're coming in with the Joneses here, but for your person, they want to be the Jones. Now, what it talks about there in terms of things aren't as effective as it was in the past, what I'm picking up here is that even though your person gets something really flash in terms of material resources here, or resource, they still get that niggling feeling. I normally see it as an intuitive nudge, but I don't know how to say it, but there is a difference here. They get that niggling feeling that they still don't fit in. And it is coming in by way of their interactions with others here. The way in which they communicate here, because your person isn't speaking their truth. And Aries is a very action kind of person here. The Emperor. Now, because your person lives a active lifestyle, so they like to keep moving when they leave the house. They like to keep doing things. They like to have a busy lifestyle. But what it also talks about here is that your person also overreacts here. And that overreaction is actually coming in as a niggling feeling here. That's how these cards are coming in. And this overreaction is actually coming in as your person's private life here. So they're out there being busy, doing what they want to do or need to do here, but when they come home, there is something that's happening there, because this is your person's place that they want to relax and feel at home here, but that's not what's happening. That is what I'm picking up here. And so what it talks about there is that because of the past cycle here, and I want to come in with childhood to adulthood here, okay? and there would have been many cycles within that in terms of the moon card. However, because of the past cycle, because of your person didn't work on what they needed to work on here, especially the awkwardness and the rejection in terms of the start point, I get here it was easier for your person, and this could be unbeknownst to them here, was to avoid and ignore that niggling feeling here, where they made other people feel comfortable, they made other people feel accepted here, but they never quite felt accepted themselves. And so what I get there in terms of overreacting for your person, it's coming in as, but I did this for you, but I did that for you. Aren't you happy with that? That kind of language, communication, everyday language here is coming in with the moon card. That's how it's coming in, collector, Taurus. There's a persona that your person shows to everybody else. So this is the active side, okay? Making other people feel comfortable. But in actual fact, your person is going through they're still going through some really tough changes here. Because with this new cycle, the new moon, what I get there is that it's like things are getting real for your person. The rejection is getting real. The awkwardness is getting real here. Their home life, their private life, their status here, their social standing, all of that is being highlighted here in the new cycle for your person. And so do they want to stay in that new cycle? What do they want to do? That's what I'm getting. Now for yourself here, Taurus, what I'm picking up is that for the Emperor card, like I said, these two cards are coming in as you as well. But let me explain, because I have to deep dive here. You are actually coming in with Aquarius. There is some really huge changes happening when it comes to the star sign Aquarius. And what it talks about there is that changes need to happen. Shit needs to be done. Here, now's the time to, because you're coming in with the rise of the Phoenix. You're coming in with positive seeds of change. You're coming in with nurture here. And it's creating a new cycle here. But with this new cycle, what I'm also picking up here, Taurus, is that you actually have to create it here. Because you're coming in with that realistic approach, because you actually have Uranus in your chart, which is the planet associated to Aquarius. Yeah. So what it talks about there is you're coming in with building new relationships, building new friendships here. But it's also about here, of course, with the moon card, you are coming in with your self-worth here, confidence in oneself here, to build these new relationships, to be a part of this new team. That's how it's coming in. See, it's not about making other people feel comfortable, how your person has done things here, Taurus. This is about being comfortable in your own skin here, or comfortable with yourself and your capacity, your ability here to grow, to nurture things. But this growth, this nurture is coming in as relationships. This is coming in as interactive relationships here, interacting with different people here, and interpersonal relationships. That's what I'm getting. And so how I'm going to explain that one here for yourself, Taurus, is it talks about the people that you build with here. See, let's say you're a baker. You haven't surrounded yourself with just bakers. See, for your person, they've surrounded, if they were a baker, they're just surrounded by bakers. And so the knowledge and the information that they are learning from here isn't doing anything here. That's what I'm getting. It's not effective to create the changes in which your person is wanting. Now, with yourself coming in here, Taurus, what it talks about there, so you're building a team to bake a cake. It's just a scenario. So in that team, you have a vegetarian. In that team, you have someone with diabetes. You also have someone that has mental health issues here. You are also coming in with an artist, and you have a sports player. Just bear with me here. So it's about the knowledge here, the information, the interaction. What are you going to learn by working together here to build or to make the product, the cake? How it's a different approach here to building, because you know that you need to nurture these relationships that you're going to build with these different types of people. But the reason, the cause is the same, the cake. But making a cake that's for everybody, not just for one type of person. Not a cake where, oh, you can't eat that because it's got peanuts in it, or you can't eat that because it's got sugar in it. You can't eat that because, you're a vegetarian, you're vegan here. Or you can't eat that because you're a sports player. It's about how you can work together here from a negative here, okay, and turn it into something positive. That's what that is talking about here in your reading. Now, in terms of your private life here, your sanctum here, collective, I get there is about being comfortable enough to share what you have with others here. Yeah, of course, you like your creature comforts too. Your home is your sanctum as well here. But there's a difference here, collective, and it comes down to communication. How you communicate to others and how your person communicates to others here. And just how effective that communication is. That's what it's saying when it comes to building here. All right, let's keep going there. Now you're coming in with the Three of Swords, you're coming in with the Eight of Wands, and you are coming in with the Ace of Pentacles here. So with the Three of Swords, what that talks about, and I spoke about for your person, this has to do with the rejection, this has to do with the awkwardness, this is definitely coming in as Chiron, the wounded healer, where your person hasn't worked on this here. They've actually worked on other people here. And what it talks about there is that for your person, it's coming in as, well, I hope they will accept me. I hope they see me in a certain way here. But it hasn't happened It hasn't happened. And this is an obstacle and a challenge for your person. How do I change this? How do I create positive changes from this Three of Swords? And what it talks about there is your person has to work on themselves here to build positive relationships here, so that their communication, so the way in which they do things and take action here has meaning here. It's effective, because it's not effective at this time. Whatever your person does at this point in time just creates a niggling feeling. The Three of Swords. And of course this has to do with you as well. Yeah. And then you're coming in with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. And so, like I said, for yourself here, Taurus, see, Aries is in your 12th house. And what it tells me there is that you have let go of your own heartbreak and loss, your own stressful and hurtful memories that you've had to deal with, difficult situations that you've had to deal with here. Because you are coming in with a new cycle. So you've gone through the past cycle is what I'm getting here. And so what it talks about here, Taurus, is that you are able to use, or you're able to connect the dots from a negative situation to create positive changes, to plant positive changes here. And it is coming in as your communication. See, what I get here for your person, their communication isn't effective as it was in the past here. That's what I'm getting with these three cards, because it's an obstacle and a challenge for your person to create changes, to shift here, because that niggling feeling remains for your person. That's what it talks about here. But for yourself here, Taurus, when it comes to obstacles and challenges here, you're ready to take that on. That's how the Three of Swords is coming in. You release negative to create positive changes in your life. You know how to do that with the Eight of Wands here. Because you connect the dots, coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. Your person is connecting the dots as well. Okay, now let's talk about the potential outcome. You are coming in with the Queen of Pentacles, you are coming in with the Empress, and you have the Ten of Pentacles. This is you, Taurus, here in your reading. And I spoke about the cake. I spoke about working as a team here. You're definitely seen as your person sees you. Here, you're coming in with Pentacles here. They know that you're building here, but they don't know who you're building with here, or they know that you're out there, they know that you're stable, they know that you make your own money. See, with the new cycle, you have a new beginning coming in with the Empress here. You do build solid relationships here, but these relationships, yes, of course, it can be seen as how can I help someone, but the reciprocity when it comes to you and your person are different here. I don't know how else to say it. See, yours is about helping someone to help somebody here. Your person's is helping someone to benefit them here. So you have a new cycle. You're stable, you're building here, and you build solid relationships is what I'm getting. You're coming in with, if I add all of these up, you're coming in with the Four of Pentacles once again here, collective. You're a very private person. So what I mean by private here is that when you go out to build and interact with people, you go as yourself. here. You go with what you've got. You don't take your family. You don't take your friends here. Yeah? People know you for you. They don't know. There's no social status involved here. That's the difference between you and your person. Your person needs their social standing. They need their friends. They need their social clique here to be seen as worthy. It's like that here. And in terms of the new moon, there's a change that's happening with that for your person, because they're still coming in with that niggling feeling that of rejection here, that no matter what they have or who they have around them, they still feel the rejection. Whereas for yourself here, what it talks about there is that you're going to invest and you're going to nurture those relationships here. And if it doesn't sit well with you, or if it doesn't, see, it's got to not work before you walk away here. Not, not because here, because you've got to give things a go. You've got to invest. And you know that coming in with the Queen of Pentacles here in your reading. Now, let's talk about the potential outcome. You're coming in with the Knights of Swords, and you are coming in with the Knights of Cups here. You have options. You have people coming towards you. You have people that watch you coming in with the Knights of Swords here. You're coming in with someone who, with the Knights of Swords, this is someone who is okay with themselves in a sense here. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Oh, it could be your person, but the Knights of Cups isn't your person. The Knights of Cups is someone new here, Taurus. Someone that watches you, someone that's been watching you for a while here. That's what I'm picking up. That's how those cards are coming in. There you go. That's what it's saying here. You may know that this person watches you. You may know that here. Taurus, you just haven't spoken to them here. Alright, okay, I am going to leave it there. Ooh, that's what I mean. This was big. This was huge. There was a lot to touch on here in your reading. Your person knows, or they don't know, coming in with the Moon card, because they're dealing with stuff on their end here, in their personal life, in their environment here, and so are you. But, huge difference is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you later. Bye.